Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my wood. We're here talking about my erection. Now, we're here to talk about comedies, man. That's what we're here to talk about today. But we're going to introduce the people. But I do have a couple of small announcements. First off, tomorrow there will be no show. I can't make tomorrow's show, so the next show will be on Monday. I don't know if I have. I don't know who's going to be on Monday, but I know somebody's going to be on. But next week we got a full week of guests. I know at one point we got Ryan himself and his partner. We've got a guy named AG Luck and his partner is going to be on. We've got Captain Kirish. She's going to be on. And then the week after that, I'm working on some other big guests, so we'll see. But next week's full. But tomorrow, no show. I will not be doing a show tomorrow. Sorry, guys. And that's pretty much it. We're going to be talking about sitcoms. Let me introduce the fuckers that's on the panel. First off, we got Marshall Manson. What's up, dog?
How you doing, you sexy people?
I know it. We are too sexy for this shit. We also got Animancer, first time on the show. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what it do, what it do, what it do? Hope everyone's doing good today.
Well, we're going to forget that he said all that. And then we've got Red Eye, my sidekick, my cocksucker, my yes man. What's up?
Oh, just waiting to wash your balls after the show, boss. Looking forward to it.
Gonna wash them balls. Them balls, baby. So anyways, yeah, we're gonna talk about situational comedies. Now, this is a list. It's not my list. Let me preference that. This is a list that I found, and I probably agree with some of them and disagree with a lot of them, like I do most of the time on these fucking lists. But we'll just jump right into it. The number one on the list is Seinfeld, which it's hard to argue with that fucking pick because Seinfeld is awesome.
Yeah, it was popular as fuck. There are many sayings that are just still used today that it's like, these pretzels are making me thirsty, the soup Nazi. Yeah. It's just,
what's up for you?
Yeah, Elaine's fucking dancing. That was the most fucked up dancing I've ever seen a human being do.
And you know what? It's crazy that you know the famous episode where they take the top of the muffins off and start selling them. McDonald's is about to start doing that. Selling the top of the muffin. The muffin tops. McDonald's Seinfeld's classic. And I get, as far as I know, it's the only show that ended on top. It was still the most watched show on television when it ended.
Fuck, good for them, man.
Yeah, they're still doing.
You go, mate.
They're still doing reruns of Seinfeld too, so it's like cross generational. Like I've seen pretty much all of Seinfeld, and I think it's a great show. So
they offered him $20 million an episode to stay, and he turned it down.
Holy shit, dude!
That's crazy. Yeah, it ended on a high note, though. So
yeah, I think that's what he wanted to do.
A lot of shows, especially sitcoms, can go on too long and they start blowing dick.
Yeah, that had his name attached to it too, so I think that was probably part of the reason why I wanted it to be quality.
It ran, what, 10 years? It went from 1989 to 1998, so it ran a long time.
Yeah,
still the number one show when it ended.
I think the writers probably went, listen, we're starting to push it and we're running out of things that we can take a big fucking massive shit on at this point. Let's go out with a big bang. And the last episode was fucking great.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely, it's going to survive generations, that show. It's going to sort of be the Monty Python of that era of TV, you know? It's like,
yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah. They're saying the stream's laggy. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. There ain't shit I can do about it.
This stream is fucking laggy.
I'm sorry the stream's laggy. Refresh, I guess. Maybe that'll help. There's really nothing I can do about the stream being laggy.
It's YouTube's fault. Fuck them.
It's probably YouTube's fault, yeah.
Yeah, it's always YouTube's fault.
Fuck YouTube, dude. But anyways, yeah, Seinfeld was awesome. There's so many, like Red said, there's so many memorable quotes from that show. The Elaine dance, of course. One of my favorite episodes is when George, when they had that fucking picture, you're supposed to look at the three dots or whatever and see something. And George goes in, and of course, George shits without a shirt. Then he walks out into the party without any shirt on and shit. Yeah, it's such a funny episode.
Yeah, there's so many good ones. And Kramer, the fucking episode where he was dressed up like a pimp. He's like walking down the street with the fucking the walking stick, and he's like nodding to everybody. It's just so many funny things. What was another one? When Newman, the relationship between fucking Newman and Jerry. You go, hello, Newman.
Didn't he have to throw Newman off a truck once?
Yeah, that's the best.
Yeah, they threw him off. I don't know what episode that was. Was that the episode where him and Kramer was taking the bottles?
Yeah, they were doing running bottles, a truckload of stuff across state lines to recycle it or something. Because Kramer's always trying to get fucking rich. Like that was his whole thing. It was just like Kramer was like walking failure, but it epitomized success because of all the failures. He was a success at being a failure, if that makes sense.
That was so many great episodes, dude. Fucking A, dude. That was a great show. I loved it. And okay, if you had to pick a character, I think everybody would say Kramer, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, Kramer really did steal the show for most people, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Newman really brought something to the table. Just that character that you just would love to see.
That's true.
Yeah. You want to see him run over by a fucking train and then a bunch of pigeons land on him and shit all over him.
And Elaine could sit on my face and pee.
Nah, ever since the dancing episode, the Elaine's dance, like the way she did that, it just broke my mind. She just,
I'd eat her pussy till she got a concussion.
What's her name in real life, Dad?
Dreyfus, Julian Dreyfus.
Yeah, she's a great actress.
You know, she did another good show after that called Veep on HBO.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's called Veep. She's a vice president.
Okay.
It's a pretty good show. It's decent. All right, let's move on to the second show. Now, I got to admit, I know this was a very popular show, but I only watched maybe 2 episodes, so I can't really stand How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, I never got into that one.
Never watched that either, no.
It's sort of like wine. It's an acquired taste. That show.
I never really watched it. That's what I'm saying. So so we can't really give much of opinions on it.
The writing was solid. The characters, like the episodes I did watch, I can't say it was horrible. It's just the sort of comedy that they were going for wasn't up my alley. I'm more of a just blunt force trauma comedy.
So we're just going to move on to the third one, which is one of my favorite shows, sitcoms, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, my God. Fucking
yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely one of the best sitcoms.
I'm going to tell you something. That was an amazing show. An amazing show. And, like a lot of comedies try to get that serious episode in every now and again. When they did that, they did it right.
When his dad.
Will Smith's dad episode. Dude, that affected me because I can relate, right?
He's such a good actor too. Like he sold it so well.
Yeah, that's the thing with all his movies lately. Kind of suck. Will Smith can act.
Of course he can, bro.
I mean, watch that episode. The dude showed he had chops in that episode, man.
That was like real passion. I mean, that was just fucking. And the dynamic between him
felt
and
it
Uncle
though. He
Phil.
felt that he related to that because his dad and him the same way, right?
I actually heard that was a myth or something. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, it may be a myth. It may be. Well, I'm gonna tell you, I related to it. And when he cried and Uncle Phil grabbed him, oh, dude.
Yeah, that was a good moment. That was a great moment.
And you notice there's a part where Uncle Phil knocks his hat out. That's an accident. He didn't.
Oh yeah. I remember.
He just threw the hat away and they went with it because it just fit this fucking part.
You can hear like studio audience members crying and shit. Like that's
dude. What'd you think about that, Red?
I don't actually remember that episode that you guys are talking about, but I do know the show, and it was when I was younger. It was fucking entertaining, but I watched some utter fucking shit though. But it was I remember. I can't say it was crap. It wasn't.
I got
you go, boss. No, you go.
Another episode where Carlton gets a hold of the drugs that Will got.
Oh, yeah.
I do remember that one. Yep.
And there's also another episode where Will got shot. Carlton went to get a gun.
That was another.
Yeah, I remember that one, too.
By the way, Carlton is the star of the show.
The Carlton dance.
Yeah, dude. I mean, fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, I wanted to see a spinoff. I wanted to see a Carlton show. I really did.
Yeah, they could have done something like that. People would have watched it. It would have actually been like a spinoff with a pretty good premise.
Yeah. Would it be fair to say that show used to touch on certain subjects that maybe other shows didn't want to go to, like gang violence and things like that? They really tried to.
They did it right.
They tried to do a community service while entertaining. I think it was.
And here's another thing. They were like the Cosby Show of the modern day. They related to white people just as much as they did to black people, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't, white people loved this show just as much as black people did. So it wasn't, it was such it crossed color barriers.
That show was so perfectly cast. Like every single person cast in that show needed to be there, and it was just
until Aunt Viv left and they got that other.
Don't get me started on fucking Aunt
Viv. Yeah,
I didn't like the new. The old Aunt Viv was a better actress.
I heard she's a bitch though.
Yeah, they say she's a cunt, but she's a better actress than the new Aunt Viv.
Oh yeah, definitely. She still hates Will Smith.
I really love Fresh Prince. I remember it came out when I was a kid. I was young. I was like in 4th grade when that show came out. Or something that.
It was during the era of the hippity and the hoppity.
Yeah, hippity hoppity. I know. Go ahead.
Will Smith, great rapper, especially for the time.
Yeah, for the time. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to trigger Pimp. Watch this. I really like Will's movie Bright.
I really want to fucking kill you dead right now. That movie sucked balls.
Never seen it. Dude.
That movie was a horrible piece of goddamn garbage.
Shows that you're not a gamer.
He's a bad taste in my mouth.
What about After Earth, that shitty movie he did with his kid? Have you seen that?
That's his kid's fault, though. That kid cannot act.
That's M. Night Shyamalan.
Well, true, too. That's M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah,
that's
Shyamalan.
That motherfucker got lucky with 6th Sense, right?
He did.
And by the way, 6th Sense is a great movie. Great movie. Love 6th Sense. But after that, M. Night, the stupidest fucking film is Signs.
Occasionally, he'll get a film that's.
Oh, yeah, that movie was.
Signs, though, water killed him.
Yeah, they came to a planet that's like 70% water.
Yeah, what the fuck? All right, next show, Will and Grace.
I fucking used to love that show. I don't know why I watched it, but
it was a good show.
The dynamic between the two characters was.
They did it well.
Fucking funny. It was just.
They did it well.
Oh, no.
Hey, look, I'm not ashamed to say I like Will and Grace. It was a good show.
Yeah, it was one of the first shows I remember. Now, I hope I'm remembering the right show here, because Grace was she had the redheaded chick, and Will was the guy who was openly gay and pretty flamboyant about it. And it was one of the first shows I remember where they had an openly gay character that was fucking really funny, but they didn't write it up as, oh geez, like Benny Hill era fucking campers row of tents fucking gay. It's like intelligent, outgoing, successful gay character. It was one of the first I can remember it being on TV in primetime, actually, when I think about it.
It ran from 1998 to 2006. Now it's on again. They rebooted it.
They're having a good run then.
Yeah, they rebooted it. It was one of the first shows that they actually rebooted. Then they did Roseanne and all that shit.
Well, we all know how that turned out.
That show better be on the list because that was a great fucking show.
Oh yeah.
Okay, the next show is Friends. It had to be on the list. Even if you don't like it, it had to be on the list.
It had its moments, but I think for the most part, it was just a really cheesy, annoying show.
I agree.
A 10-year run.
It's a long time. A whole decade for a show.
You got to give it respect for that. 10 fucking years.
It has that intro that you can just every 5 years or so you can take the piss right out of it by doing a mocking of it, and it's going to stay fresh. It's like, as long as you don't do it too often. That Friends intro is just one of the nicest gifts I've ever given to the internet, because it's been pissed off.
There for you.
Yeah, there's just so many piss takes, and there was an Australian comedy show that did a version of Friends, and it was just funny as fuck.
Yeah. There was a couple of episodes that I remember that were pretty funny. I never really watched a lot, but there was one episode where Ross was trying to tell Rachel he liked her in the laundromat, and he runs into the fucking the dryer door. It was funny as hell. That was funny. But anyway,
it had some good spots.
Yeah,
it had some good moments.
Yeah. The next show, fucking amazing. And there's two versions, there's a British version and American version, and both versions are great, and that's The Office.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've seen both versions.
I'm watching the American version right now, as a matter of fact. I mean, I just watched an episode before we started this. The Office is fucking amazing.
Oh, you've never seen it before?
Oh yeah. Well, I've watched the British version completely.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's good too.
And I'm on the American version now.
Awesome.
It's amazing. And honestly, they're really, the American version pretty much copies the British version.
It's one of the few shows that the Americans have imported and gotten right. Most often, it's one of the very few examples that it's done right, though, because more often than not, when America grabs hold of British comedy and tries to bring it over, they don't bring over the writers, and they can't. You need the original writers on the team to translate it into your fucking and
they got the right cast.
Yeah, well, that's what they did do, is they fucking spent their time and got the right fucking dude to play the right part, and it's one that worked, and I'm really glad it did, because it's a fucking good show.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's amazing. I love it. It's so memorable, and I look at it as like, this is the way I look at it: Trailer Park Boys in an office. Yeah. Because Trailer Park Boys started this whole genre about like the cameras following the people, and Trailer Park Boys better be on this fucking list, or this list is retarded.
Yeah,
I'll tell you right now.
Agreed.
If Trailer Park Boys is not on this list, fuck this list.
We'll fucking riot.
We're gonna find the people that wrote this list, and we're gonna do things to them.
Yeah, Trailer Park Boys may be the most brilliant situational comedy in history.
How long is the list anyway?
It's like 30 on there.
Oh, okay. Shows. More than likely it'll be on there then.
But yeah, we'll just, if it ain't, I'm adding it to the fucking list.
Yep.
The next, okay, look, I have never watched this show. It's been on for a few years. Blackish.
Never even heard of that.
It's on Fox. It's kind of like the Modern Family for black people.
Never heard of it.
Oh, nah, that's like...
the lead actor I really do like, though. I can't think of his name. He used to be real fat, lost some weight. Yeah, he's been in a bunch of movies, but yeah, I've never watched the show.
On this list, honestly.
I've never watched the show, so we're just gonna skip it. The next one, I guarantee you've watched, because it's been running for a long, long time. It's called The Simpsons.
Oh yeah,
God, yeah.
Never heard of it.
I'm having a special K-shake this morning.
Oh wow. Yeah, I saw you drinking that last night on the.
Oh yeah, a lot of people don't. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that I actually was. We did an Ultra Perspective private Patreon show last night.
Yeah, it was good.
It was a good show. It was a good show. A lot of fun. Anyways, The Simpsons. What can you say about The Simpsons? That it needs to end. I can say that.
Legendary, very memorable.
It needs to end.
Quotable, but yes, it's time to hang it up.
It needs to end. It would come on when I was a fucking kid, and I'm 40 years old.
It is time to end this show.
Or they need to move it along a generation.
No, it's done. It's fucking.
But no, well, Bart and Lisa having kids would fucking work.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's talk about that, because that's actually interesting. Do you think it would work as Bart and Lisa as adults?
Yes,
I'm sure it could work. Yeah.
Because
that's something fresh.
Because there's actually one episode where one of them, I don't know how, but they project forward and Bart's a fucking fuck up and Lisa's a complete success. And
I like that episode.
Yeah, well, there you go. I think it'd work on that premise of Bart being a bit of a fucking lovable fuck up with a good heart, but just constantly just fucks up. And Lisa's a very, very successful person in the public eye that's constantly trying to fucking just make sure she doesn't get fired for her brother's bumblefucks. There's one premise, and just run with that. And use pop culture, because there's a whole bunch of new pop culture to play with. We're in the age of SJWs now. It's a different ball game.
Yeah. Please share, guys, in the chat room. Please share.
Yeah, if they did something new like that too, it wouldn't feel like as unnatural like when The Simpsons makes pop culture references to today for like people who've been watching since the 90s.
And imagine Homer as an old fucking semi-senile fucker, and Marge is the matriarch of the family, looking after everyone. And Maggie could finally fucking talk.
Maggie would be a whore,
right?
By the way.
And then there would be 3 fucking the branch would spread out. So obviously going to have Lisa
What's the little friend? What's the little nerd friend?
Millhouse. Yeah,
He'd be a
Millhouse.
pimp.
Yeah, Millhouse is still in love with Lisa, hopelessly. He's now running Microsoft or something like that. You can just do so many funny things with that thing. And just quickly touching on, did you hear the recent news that a certain network has signed up everybody, including the 200 crew members, all except one cast member, and Roseanne's coming back, the Connors. And guess who called it about fucking 6 weeks ago? Hi.
Okay, here's a question, and I've had this debate before. We're talking about The Simpsons, right? What would you think about a live action version of The Simpsons movie?
I'm not saying never. Maybe it could be done right.
I think that would be a very bad idea. I don't think it would translate well to live action. But
I don't either. That was my argument. I thought it would suck.
How do you have Homer fucking take home a fucking tube of radioactive fucking isotopes in his back pocket?
Let's just say this, Red, for the purpose of, let's say it's real, hypothetically, right?
Yeah.
Any actor, dead or alive, playing Homer, who would it be?
Oh, fuck. Oh.
John fucking Goodman.
You're right. He would do it. He could do it.
Yeah, he could do it.
They better get on that. Fucker's getting old.
John Goodman could do it.
Yes, John Goodman. I honestly, I every time I think about that, I think John Goodman is Homer Simpson.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, who's popped in my head to play fucking Grandpa Simpson is fucking Jim Carrey. I reckon he could fucking pull off the voice and all of that shit.
Yes, that would be a good choice.
I don't know why.
Jim Carrey, or maybe Mike Myers.
Oh God, you're giving them ideas that might actually make this.
Mike Myers is Millhouse. Boom.
Oh, good choice. Good choice. But you would want a younger guy, though, right?
Well,
but we said any time. We did say any age, dead or alive. So that would work. Dana Carvey would do good too. So who would play Bart?
Oh, fucking hell.
Gotta be a kid.
Yeah, it'd have to be a kid, right?
That kid off Stranger Things might be able to do it. The one that was in It.
Can we go back in time and just get Macaulay Culkin?
That was a name that popped in my head. I'm not gonna lie. But now you mentioned the Stranger Thing kids. The one without the teeth would be good.
Oh, who was the younger brother in the Lost Boys? With the fucking one of the Coreys.
Corey Haim?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was one of the Coreys. The one that was in the bubble bath scene with the fucking big beautiful husky.
They're asking who would be Lisa.
Magnificent dog. He'd play a good Bart.
Yeah.
He could do it.
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton would be Lisa.
Hillary Clinton would be Lisa. No, I tell you who'd be good, Lisa. That was the chick that was in Kick-Ass. But now she's grown now. But as a kid, she
Chloe.
was. Yes.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
She was
Marge.
Hilarious.
Who's Marge? I know who it is.
Oh,
it's Katie Seagal.
I was about to say the mum from fucking Married with Children.
It's Katie Seagal. Well, there is no argument.
Yeah,
it's her.
You just cast her in every goddamn thing you can because she's just fucking awesome.
She's amazing. One of the best fucking TV actresses of all time.
And I'll tell you who else you could probably get away with casting too is whoever the voice actress off Archer is for the fucking Lana.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fucking brilliant. Or actually, every voice actor off Archer they are fucking incredible. If you have never watched Archer, I stumbled across it on Netflix a little while back and I just binge watched 8 seasons of it. It's fucking so well done. Yeah. It is.
We've spent way too much time on this shit.
Quick, back on track, quick.
All right. The next one, this is what this is about. I actually enjoyed that conversation. The next one is Frasier, though. Absolutely should be on the list.
Oh, loved it.
Dude, he played that character for so fucking long.
I loved him on Cheers, and I fucking loved him on Frasier. The dad was great.
They developed the character. Oh, the dad's amazing.
The dad, the brother, the dad,
great cast.
The English fucking nurse. Everyone on that show was.
What's his sidekick they ended up falling in love with? What was her name?
Oh fuck, I forget.
The two young guys don't give a fuck about Frasier. You can tell.
Yeah, but
I have not seen Frasier actually.
It was really well written comedy. It was well written because it was a
intelligent comedy. It was an intelligent comedy
because it was set in their house, basically in their flat or their high-rise apartment. Basically, was most of the setting, or it was sometimes down at Cheers or sometimes in the office. But it was so fucking well done, and it was like The Odd Couple with an extra fucking 2 people thrown in. It was so it was great.
Yeah. I loved it. It was a great show. And you know what? Really, see, the dog.
Yes.
The dog was a major character in that show. And the relationship between him and the old guy, the dad.
And fucking old chair.
Yeah, the old chair. It was really a good show.
That was the quintessential part of the set was that fucking chair, actually. If you think about it, with everything.
The dad recently died not too long ago.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Yeah. He's a great actor, by the way. Great actor.
Yes.
Okay, the next show is Arrested Development. I honestly have never seen it.
No, neither have I.
I've never watched it. I've heard it. I've heard so many great things about it, but I've never watched it.
I'll probably get around to it eventually.
Have you watched it, Red?
Sorry, mate. I was just reading chat. Monday Matt's in there. G'day, Monday Matt.
Fuck him.
Hey, Matt.
Please repeat the question for the idiot Aussie.
Arrested Development.
Yes, fucking loved it. The episode where they've burnt down the thing where the money was stashed.
But by the way, shout out to Monday. That's my boy. I love him. We had a great time at VidCon. What's up, homie?
Yeah, Matt's a great guy.
Nobody asked you.
I'll just quickly tell Matt. Matt, I hadn't seen Archer because where I live, we don't get much.
Well, that may be on the list, Matt. But don't rush every fucking thing, you son of a bitch. Okay. I'm joking. I love Matt. He's awesome. I've never seen Arrested Development, so I don't have an opinion on it.
It's a fucking funny show. The characters in there are it's about this utterly dysfunctional, fucked up family.
Okay.
And the characters in it range from one normal person to just units of varying degrees of what the fuck. It's an amazingly fucking constructed show.
Netflix picked it up for another couple seasons, I think.
Yeah, and there was this one. Yeah, there's one episode where they were stashing money away in this certain spot, and then someone's done an insurance job, if I remember correctly, and then it turns out that that's where the money was being stashed inside this thing, and they've burnt fucking like a bunch of money for an insurance claim that wasn't nowhere near as much as what the money was. Yeah, that was a great show.
Well, the next is we've already talked about it because The Office, the UK version.
Yep.
We've already talked about it. It's awesome. If you haven't seen it, please watch both versions. Both versions are great. The next one is Scrubs. Fucking hey, Scrubs has got to be on this list. Scrubs is amazing.
Yeah.
I've not watched the whole show.
Yeah, same here. I've seen them some episodes. They were good.
Oh, it's great. It was so good. It's so underrated. You know, they took it off and they brought it back. You know, because they knew that the writing on the show was amazing, but people for some reason wasn't connecting. I don't know why.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Oh,
that's unfortunate.
The fucking the doctor with the curly hair that was just like had the massive ego because he was that fucking good.
Yeah,
he just played the best fucking parts. Than Turk and his girl, they were a great dynamic.
And the brother episode with Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, Yeah, that was Brendan Fraser, chronically underrated actor in my opinion. He's done some brilliant fucking things in his time, and I hope he gets a really big break. Like John Travolta sort of died in the arse and then got that big boost. I hope the same thing happens to that man because he's acted in some, he's acted in some good stuff.
Yeah, man, it's a good show. The next show, I don't give a fuck if y'all like it. The Golden Girls, fucking hey, I love that.
Yes. Oh, fucking, what was Blanche, the dirty fucking old bitch?
A lot of people don't know this, but Betty White, who played Rose, right, was originally going to play Blanche.
And then, that would have been good.
Then they casted her for Rose because she plays a dumb character good. But of course, that was and here's the thing, it's a show about basic 4 women, but they touched on stuff in the 80s that nobody else would touch on. They touched on gay marriage. interracial relationships. They were actually very risque. And a lot of people didn't, wouldn't touch them. They had balls.
That show
had
broke
balls.
a lot of records for first-time portrayals of certain things.
Yeah. What other show do you remember that had a fucking old lady that was just openly thirsty for cock like that? It was hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. They really did touch a lot of taboo stuff that was taboo in the 80s. It's not really taboo now, but thankfully for shows like that who brought it to the forefront. And so, I really respect this show a lot. I really do. And it was great actresses doing a great show. They were great actresses. And the funny thing is, the one that played Sophia, the oldest lady, was not even the oldest lady in the bunch. She was she was like younger than the rest of them.
She got made. I had no idea she was made up to look like that until I fucking saw an article in a magazine one day, and it's like, what the god? What? What? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe it. It's like makeup done right. I had no idea that she looked 20 years older than the fucking rest of them. That's for sure in the show.
Yeah. Okay. The next is Modern Family. I've watched a little bit, not a lot.
Yeah.
My girlfriend tried to show me that show, and I was like, fuck this.
I do know that the one guy who plays the really gay role is straight. And
I heard that too.
And his boyfriend, the one that plays his boyfriend of the show, is actually gay, but the straight guy plays the real queen, and he does a really good job at it. But that's about much. I do know that Al Bundy's in the show. What's his name? Ed O'Neill? Yeah, something like that. A good show. I guess it's okay. The next one's Third Rock from the Sun.
Fucking loved it.
It was very interesting show. It was a very interesting. And then he also had Newman on it. After Seinfeld, Newman went to that show, but he wasn't as Newman. It was a different character, but he was a great character in this show.
There's just that one part always got me is when the one character, I think it was Harry, he'd just fucking stop whatever he was doing and throw both of his hands up and go, incoming message from the big giant head. And it's just like fucking going to this monologue about being the message from their fucking supreme ruler from their planet. It was just like, God damn. I fucking loved it.
It was so crazy and so corny. It was funny.
Yeah. And the big, tall Amazonian hot chick wanting basically, Newman, he played that fucking copper. And they couldn't keep their hands off each other. It was hilarious.
It was very funny. It is so corny.
And the end was actually the last episode. It kind of tugged at the heartstrings because I
never watched the last episode.
Well, yeah, it's kind of sad because they let slip that they were alien and a few people knew what they were and that they were leaving again. That they were leaving, and it was just it was a bit of and because they didn't want to go, they really got attached to becoming because they were disgusted with humanity for so long, and that when they were told you have to go now, they realized they didn't really want to go because they were actually rather enjoying being human. So yeah.
Next show's 30 Rock. That's a great show.
Yeah.
Great.
Good writing.
Well, that's what I was going to say. This is such a well-written show. Tina Fey, she wrote and starred in it. And look, whether you like her or not, Tina Fey's a bad bitch. That's a bad bitch right there.
She hung in there with Saturday Night Live. If you can sort of get to that level, you got some chops at some level of writing or performing.
I love her. I think she's great, and I think that show was awesome. It was fucking phenomenal. It was a situational comedy without an audience. I like those, by the way.
Love that.
I like the comedies without audiences because it's not a forced laughter thing.
Yeah, I hate that laugh track.
Yeah.
Malcolm in the Middle. That's a good example of one.
Yeah. Well, the next one's Community. I've never seen Community. I've never even heard of it.
I've heard a lot of good things about Community, but I've never seen it before.
Now the next one is it is a laugh track comedy, but it's one of the best of all time. This show deserves more respect than a lot of them anyway. All in the Family.
Yeah.
Amazing show.
Really, really good show.
Carol O'Connor is one of the best actors there was, dude. I mean, it was. Now, you talking about a show that pushed boundaries. This show pushed boundaries. And they did it in the early time. And it also introduced us to George Jefferson. It was just a great show. Amazing show. It ran from 1971 to 1979. It was a great show. Awesome. Anything to say about it, Red?
I didn't watch that one, but there was another one from that era that that I'm a fucking huge fan of, and I won't mention it yet, just in case it's on the list. I'm hoping it is.
Well, the next one on the list is I'm gonna say it's probably my favorite situational comedy of all time. There's a lot of them that run close, but this one's probably Cheers.
Yeah, that's one of my five favorites, I'd say.
It's got to be there. Cheers is amazing.
Yeah, if I stumble across an episode, I don't feel it necessary to keep channel flipping at that point. It's like, yep, this will do. It's.
Well, you guys ever watched Cheers?
I've not seen Cheers.
I've never seen it before. No.
What years did that run?
It ran from 1982 to 1993.
All right.
Norm. Yeah, Norm. Fucking love.
The coach.
Yeah, the coach, Woody.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. That's where he's basically got his start on TV, eh? And he played a really fucking just a good-hearted character, didn't he? He was like didn't have any city smarts. He was a country boy, and he didn't have a fucking bad bone in his fucking body. Yeah.
And here's a little hint about a little thing about that show you may not know. The original actor that was going to play Sam was Ed O'Neill, the one who played Al Bundy.
Damn.
And then he turned it down because he said this was the reasons he turned it down. He says he's never heard of a relationship between a baseball coach and a player like that. He said he should have been football.
Oh,
and that's kind of like a real weird reason to turn it down.
I feel like that's not the real reason, but all right.
Yeah. The next show, it's a classic. I mean, I Love Lucy.
Oh God, yes.
You got some explaining to do.
I Love Lucy it's a classic, dude. I mean, it's Lucille Ball. You gotta like it.
Now, and fuck, I might fuck this up, but I think her production company had something to do with picking up Star Trek, didn't they? Was it Lucille Ball? I'm thinking of someone else.
I have no
Chat'll
idea.
set me straight. I think I might have fucked that up then.
One of my favorite episodes from I Love Lucy, my mom got me into liking Love Lucy, was when they were in Italy, I guess, and they were making wine. Lucy and what's her name? Ethel. And it was so fucking funny. She was stomping the grapes and falling. She was a very physical comedian for a woman. A lot of women didn't do physical comedy. And she was very physical, and it was very funny.
Yeah, and when she'd make mistakes, she'd really overact the whole getting upset and going, "Wah, Ricky, I'm sorry."
Yeah.
It was great.
Very cool. Next show was the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Yeah, I remember this show. It was.
I know it, but I don't really. I can't say I watched a lot of episodes of it.
Yeah, it's like for all the feminists out there, go, there's never been any shows with strong lead female characters. Like, fuck off, go and watch a bit of TV. And that's a good example of a strong lead female character in a show. She was a decent show.
Yeah, exactly. The next this show's great. Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Larry David's great. If you don't know, Larry David is he's a writer of Seinfeld.
Yeah.
I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I think he went on to do that instead of Seinfeld for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a different show, and it was
very good.
Very raw and real. But the writing, it was good.
Oh, yeah, top notch writing, yeah. I mean, Larry David is a fucking genius.
Yeah.
He's a comedic genius. I mean, he's got the shit down. So very good show. I suggest it. Next show, I mentioned it earlier, starring Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Veep.
Yep.
So it's actually on the list. She plays a vice president, and very good show. Very interesting comedy. I know you guys haven't seen it. You said you hadn't before, so.
Yeah, I'll probably check it out.
Now, the next show, I have no idea. I've never heard of it. Happy Endings.
No.
Ran from 2011 to 2013.
That's probably why I don't watch a lot of newer sitcoms.
Yeah, me neither.
I've never heard of that. Happy Endings. Never heard of it. Anyways, the next one, I think this is a British comedy, if I'm not mistaken. The It Crowd.
Oh, I fucking love this show.
Yeah,
oh
the IT crowd.
The IT crowd. Okay, the IT crowd. Okay.
Yeah, it's about tech support guys that, again, it's just, but you can sum the whole show up by idiot user detected. That's the computer problem. It's They're just they're IT geeks, and they have to deal with normal people trying to deal with computers and the whole thing. It's pretty good.
Very good writing on that show
seen
as well.
I've never seen it. I've never seen. I need to watch it. I've never seen it. I know that one guy, that one actor. I've seen him in movies before, and he looks like he's a good actor. So.
That's the same. That's another one of those shows they tried to convert over to America, and it just fucking sucked and flopped.
Really? I didn't know. Well, okay. Well, I'll watch it. The next one's, you mentioned it earlier. I think one of you did. Malcolm in the Middle.
That's
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Top 3 sitcoms. That's a really good show.
You know, I met him.
Bryan Cranston?
No, the kid Malcolm.
Oh, cool.
I met the first time I ever went to New Orleans was years ago. I went for Mardi Gras years and years. I was like 21, and he was like the Grand Marshal or some shit.
Wow,
that's pretty cool. I remember there was someone's interacted with him on social media and basically just said, "And you, that fucking kid from there, and you, what are you doing? You life?" And then he's basically said, "Dude, I've earned so much money, and I'm 19. I never have to work another day in my life again. I can go and do whatever I want."
Exactly.
What are you fucking doing tomorrow, mate? I says, I know what I'm doing. What are you doing tomorrow? He says, I can sit here and count my millions of dollars or go and do charity work or fly to the fucking Bahamas if I want. And yeah, it was such an epic ponage. So, and I don't think that kid has worked since Malcolm in the Middle. He doesn't have to. It's like
not acting. He does other shit.
Well,
he can live off the interest of the interest of the interest of the interest.
We've only got a few more on this list, and I'm telling you right now, I am pissed because my show's not on this list. We'll talk more about some more comedies that aren't on this show, on this list that should be. But there's 3 more, so we'll go ahead and talk about the next one's that 70s show.
Another fucking great show.
Good show.
Yeah, that's like another good one. Definitely in one of my top 5. It's like a classic. I go and rewatch that anytime.
Exactly.
It's got Tommy Chong. Enough said.
Yeah, Tommy Chong, bro. Leo.
Well, you know, there wasn't many shows when they first started where they were. Yeah, they didn't say they were smoking dope, but we all knew they were sitting in a circle smoking dope.
Yeah, that was great. Legal tobacco.
Yeah. Great show. It was funny. It was very funny. Next one's hilarious. So next one's it's a legend. It's a smash.
Yeah.
Both movie and sitcom is great.
I watched most of the episodes on the sitcom when I was growing up. Even the repeats, it was just Hawkeye, Trapper John, fucking BJ Honeycutt. You got Colonel Potter.
What's the crazy dude?
Klinger, Corporal Klinger, Radar. Henry Blake. Henry Blake was the first commanding officer. Hot Lips Houlihan, Frank Burns, Emerson Winchester III. Every fucking character just stood out like fucking jets. And sadly, the gentleman that did play Dr. Winchester from Boston, Massachusetts, he passed away earlier this year. And may he rest in peace. Because that part, there was certain episodes where instead of being the stuck-up bastard, the human leaked out of him now and again. Just rarely they'd let the writers would force the human out of him, and it was such a fucking well-written show. Every character. It's like there's that one episode where Hawkeye remembers when he was hiding from envy are the North Korean soldiers, and one of the ladies on the bus that they were hiding smothered her baby to death because the baby started crying and they were trying to hide. And Hawkeye's got post-traumatic stress disorder and he's like freaking out with what was Sydney? What was the psychiatrist's name? God damn it, I forget. But him and Hawkeye were really good friends, and that was one episode that I actually teared up.
There was a lot of those episodes on that show, though.
Yeah,
you got to admit that was a very serious topic. It was about Vietnam War.
Yep.
And there was a lot of like deaths and stuff in that show. And
people fucking died. They touched on using phosphorus bullets and all sorts of illegal weapons and just the open brutality of war, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. The next show, Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
A few episodes.
It's a good show. It's a very funny show.
That show's going to go on forever. It's good, though.
Yeah, it's a good show. I love Danny DeVito. I'm a fan of Danny DeVito, so
he's great.
Yeah, he's awesome in that show too. It's interesting. It's kind of like on the. I would put it on the basis of Trailer Park Boys and Office and stuff like
Is
that.
that the show where Danny DeVito climbed naked out of that couch?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
They did a lot of crazy shit on that show. The next one, I don't know the show. Fresh off the boat.
No, I never even heard that. How the fuck is Roseanne not on this list? What
I
that
don't
is?
know. That's Fresh off the boat's the last one. Here's my thing. How the fuck is the Andy Griffith show not on this list?
Fucking Married with Children. There's so many shows that should be on this list.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking Family Matters.
Yeah,
that's a really good sitcom.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
What, you don't think it's good?
We'll talk about the numbers though. That was a very popular show.
Yeah, it was a popular show, but I don't like it.
Oh wow. Okay.
I never did like it, but that's okay. The Cosby Show's not on this fucking list.
What? This is a bullshit list. Fuck this.
Yeah, I've got to address this. There's 3 fucking shows here that I'd like to nominate. Number 1, Taxi. How the fuck is
absolutely?
How the fuck? Dear author of this list, go fuck thyself.
Okay. If you don't put the Trailer Park Boys, the Cosby Show, Andy Griffith, and Taxi on a list, you don't know your list.
All right, and I got 2 other nominations. One from Australia that nobody's probably heard of. It's called Kingswood Country, and it was about. All right, it was about a family named the Bull Pits, right? and Ted was the father, and Ted was the proud owner of a 1972 or 73 model fucking Kingswood, and he treated that thing like a Rolls Royce. And his daughter married a fucking bloke named Bruno, who was an Italian. And in Australia, back in the day, before it was bad to call people names, Italians were called wogs. So this guy just constantly berate him, calling him a fucking wog, and just say, "You're not touching the bloody Kingswood, you fucking wog." It's just, and that was the premise of the whole show. He had a pretty dumbass son, a smart daughter, a wife that was just a long-suffering woman that just tolerated this dude's fucking angry outbursts, and it was all centered around his fucking Kingswood, and it was worth more to him than anything else on the planet was this shitty car.
There's one show.
No, you go, mate. No, you go, mate.
I was gonna say there's one show I'm fucking glad is not on this list. I thought was going to be, and that's Full House.
Yes,
I agree with that. That show sucks.
No, it doesn't.
And yes, you like Full House, but you don't like Family Matters.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
All right. One other show is Red Dwarf, and that's one show that's, as they've pointed out, one of the best things about that show is they've never made a big fucking deal about race. And if you have a look at the cast members, there's just a bunch of fucking dudes that are in outer space on a spaceship. And, if you haven't watched it, I don't know, it's an acquired taste, but I fucking love Red Dwarf. It is just mega unbelievable. It's great. It's
a good show. I learned about it through you and Brian, and I watched a couple episodes. It is good.
Yeah, and this is an example of when Americans get a fucking show, even bring over a cast member, and then proceed to completely fucking butcher it. They even brought the writers over, and they took the writers of the show, and they took all of their contributions and threw them in the bin. So those dudes got back on a plane, took their money, went, "Oh, see you later." And the guy that played, I was going to say that the guy that played Crichton, he was on there for a season, so they paid him a lot of money, and he went over and did a season and just went back home, and they started making it back in England again.
Yeah, I don't know if you can really blame that. I think it's just hard to redo a show.
No, it was the American writers completely fucked it. I've seen the docos.
I think it's just hard to redo a show.
Well,
it's so good. It's got really good writing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they did it right with The Office, but that was lucky.
It's what happened was it was the American production team ignored all the advice from the original writers. That's what, and it's same sort of thing happened with Doctor Who when you guys, the America, did the Doctor Who movie. I kind of liked it, but it didn't gel with the fans.
Yeah, I understand.
And the same can be said as when, for instance, we take an American show and try to make it. 9 times out of 10, we'll completely fuck it up.
Yeah, because it's because it's hard to take something so good that's original and try to redo it. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, because I think what happens is they don't take on some of the original guys that understand the product properly and help translate it. And that's a key thing that sometimes they need to do. And I think they did that with The Office.
Yeah, they got lucky. Yeah, The Office, they did it well. I mean, because The Office, the American version is just as good. I mean, it really is. It's just as good.
It worked. That's why I mentioned it as one of the examples of translation working. A lot of the times it fizzles and dies.
Yeah, exactly. But this list, I mean, it had a few good ones on it, but this list is stupid because they didn't put Trailer Park Boys in.
Yeah, it sucks, basically.
Because Trailer Park Boys is the greatest thing that ever hit TV.
And Taxi, like I've watched episodes of Taxi and I was too young to get half the humor and I was still laughing my tits off. So if I watched it now with all of the fucking sexual innuendos I'd pick up on, and you know who was in some of the greats were in that, like DeVito, Kaufman, Tony Danza was in it, wasn't he? He was
Tony Danza.
Yeah, and he fucking played a good part in that, like the rough and tumble fucking wrap a baseball bat around your fucking head.
And the character of Latka is just amazing. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Fucking God.
Thank you very much. You know, he created that character before the show, though. They brought that character. It was his own character they brought on the show.
Okay.
Anyways, it's a great show. It's a great show. But they didn't put Trailer Park Boys on this list.
They didn't put a lot of great shows on this list.
Fuck that. They didn't put Trailer Park Boys on this list. How can you not put Bubbles on this fucking list? My favorite scene from Bubbles and Trailer Park Boys is when those con men that were acting like Bible salesmen came to the Trailer Park and he looked at Bubbles. He says, "Can you read, son?" And Bubbles was like, "Well, let me think about it. Can you fuck off?" It's so great. You love Bubbles.
How do y'all feel about Everybody Loves Raymond?
It's a good show.
I like that show.
That was a pretty good show. That could have been on the list too.
Yeah, it should have been on the list. But I agree with Taxi should definitely be on the list. I think the Andy Griffith show should be on this list. Don Knotts is one of the funniest men that ever lived.
Yeah, he was.
And one of the funniest motherfuckers that ever lived. And the character of Barney Fife is one of the most memorable characters of all time.
Oh, God. What about fuck? How is this not fucking F Troop? How the fuck is that show not on that fucking list? Yeah. F Troop was fucking epic. It was all right. How would certain elements of society say it's totally culturally insensitive towards indigenous populations in America? It's like, yeah, that's nice, but it was fucking funny because it was a comedy. And it was about this bumblefuck troop that couldn't fucking do anything right. F Troop.
Yeah. And since they put The Simpsons on this list, why not South Park?
Well, yeah, let's face it. South Park actually redefined what a faggot is for me. And it's no longer someone that likes to stick their penis in an iron. It's someone that owns a Harley Davidson.
But I mean, seriously, if you're gonna put Simpsons on this list of sitcoms, you should put South Park on the motherfucker.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's true.
South Park is one of god damn, everybody knows South Park.
Everybody fucking knows the car. Like, if it's culturally just, I think it's what The Simpsons used to mean to the younger generation. It's like, that shit's actually quite relevant still, and they're not stale because they adapt rather quickly to new situations where The Simpsons are like pretty stuck in this situation, whereas you can take the South Park characters and dump them in the middle of Afghanistan with a goat that they think's Stevie Nicks, and it works. What other show could you fucking do that? No, there is no other show.
Yeah, South Park's amazing. Hell, Family Guy should be on this list.
Yeah.
I
agree with that. Especially the first 4 seasons, especially.
Okay, yeah, definitely the first 4 seasons.
And Futurama as well. I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to put Futurama on your
list.
That
episode with the fucking dog sitting out the front of the pizza shop. Man. That one episode, I don't mind admitting this. It fucking made me shed a tear because I'd recently lost a dog and I watched that episode and I fucking teared up like a cunt. And I was actually angry at the fucking dudes that wrote that. I said, how dare you get me in the feels like this is not one of those shows that's supposed to make me feel like this, you fucking pricks. I was genuinely angry.
Well done. and again, Katie Stegall.
Yeah.
She's fucking amazing. Yeah, that show's great. Now Luna mentions American Dad. Luna, I love you. I just recently met you, but fuck you. That show sucks.
If we're talking about animated shows, King of the Hill, I thought that was a pretty good show.
Yeah. Thank you. I hug you and I love you for life because that.
Yeah, I love King of the Hill.
King of the Hill is my favorite. King of the Hill and Futurama is my two favorite animation cartoons of all time.
Great show.
Propane accessories.
So quotable.
The reason King of the Hill worked so well is because it was relatable to real life.
To all types of people too.
Yes, King of the Hill is amazing.
Like,
and I don't know if you guys know this, but the creators of Beavis and Butthead created King of the Hill.
Oh yeah, I love Beavis and Butthead.
Mike Judge, fucking brilliant guy.
Yes.
See, here's the thing about these animated shows: you can just utter one word like I'm about to do. I'll go snoo snoo. Everyone knows what snoo snoo is. It's like it's just one of those things that the gifts of cartoons fucking give us. It's like, I like that.
My favorite King of the Hill show, though, one of them episodes was when the kid was going to break what's his name's football record.
Yeah,
they fucking trundled him across the line.
Yeah, it was like,
oh yeah, I remember when you're talking about.
It was really touching on a subject, that he really didn't break the record.
Yeah,
and it happens in real life all the time.
Yeah, this generation it's like everyone gets the you participated, hooray.
Yeah.
It's like,
everyone gets a trophy.
But that show has so many memorable characters as well. Boomhauer, fuck, everybody loves Boomhauer.
Oh yeah, everyone loves Boomhauer. I think everyone's tried to do the Boomhauer voice at least once.
Yeah, boy, yelling at
I
know Boomhauer. I know a real life Boomhauer.
Really?
Yes,
I'm sure you do. Yeah,
I do. I mean, some even say I sound like Boomhauer sometimes. Thank you for that, by the way, Bunty King.
I think Dale was my favorite.
Oh, don't be mean to Goat Dad. Come on.
Well, he did say I sound like Boomhauer one time over the week. Fuck him.
But he's allowed to.
I don't see or hear
Goat Dad. He's allowed to do that.
He's a fucking terrorist.
He's got a big, luscious beard, and it's bigger and lusher than mine will ever be.
He did 911. He did 9/11.
No, he didn't. He's Goat Dad. He loves everybody. Don't make Goat Dad sad by saying horrible things. No, he didn't. Don't make Goat Dad sad. I'll defend your honor, Goat Dad. Don't sweat it.
But anyways, you like Dale's your favorite? Who said Dale's their favorite character?
Dale's definitely.
Yeah, Dale Gribble.
Dale's awesome.
What was his alter ego? The fucking shit.
Dango calling man.
No, he's had a fuck. What was his?
I'm trying to think.
I know you're talking about kids, but
that was very informative, Pimpmunk.
I just read Brad's comments at Dango Calmer, man.
Dango Calmer.
Dango Calmer.
Oh, it was Rusty Shackelford.
Rusty Shackelford. Rusty Shackelford. That's it.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Rusty Shackelford.
No, Hank, I'm Rusty Shackelford.
But Dale was so fucking stupid. His wife was fucking an Indian.
That's my favorite long-running joke on that show.
That's right.
Yeah, that was a great that was a good show. And you know the reason they decided to end it because she died. When it played the niece.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that was the
case.
They
said they wouldn't do the show without her.
Good.
That's
I understand.
I mean but it's sad, but it was kind of like that's cool of him to do that.
Yeah.
Was that the character Darlene?
Yeah, I think What's her name? She played an 8 Mile with Eminem.
I didn't know that's the girl that played her.
Yes.
Holy shit, man.
Yes, she's the one who played her, and when she died, they said they weren't gonna do it no more.
That's fucking sad, dude.
Yeah.
Does Ren and Stimpy count as a sitcom?
Yes.
Yeah, and the first series of that, they had to tone it right the fuck down because that shit had so many fucking it was basically, if you read between the lines, it was just like, you can't say that in a kid's. This is not meant for children. What the fuck?
Yeah, Brad, I do remember that. That is awesome. One more thing about King of the Hill. You know, Brad Pitt did a guest spot on King of the Hill.
No, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, it's Boomhauer's brother.
Boomhauer's brother, yeah.
Or you know who did the dog on one of the early episodes of South Park? I think it was one of the original ones. That was fucking George Clooney, apparently, doing the dog.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
I did not know that at all.
That's crazy.
The reason South Park got picked up is people like George Clooney saw this shit getting shared around, and they just went, "This needs to be a fucking thing," and they pushed it and got him a gig apparently. And George Clooney and there's been a lot of cameos on that show from fucking famous people that just they get invited on and go, yes, yeah. I wish to be roasted.
Okay, I'm gonna say one, and this is gonna be y'all gonna say really, but think about the popularity and how long it's been running and how memorable it is. Everybody knows it. SpongeBob SquarePants.
When that show started, that was a brilliant fucking show. I mean, I don't think it's doing well now, but it was so funny.
Definitely the first 3 seasons are I would recommend that.
You know how Ren and Stimpy snuck stuff in? SpongeBob did that too.
Yeah, like the hyper realism shit they do.
Yeah.
And Rocco's Modern Life was another one that there was one episode of that where he became a fucking I think it was like a phone sex operator, and he was doing it was fucked up. It's like that's a bit risque for a kid's show, but
what about Rugrats?
Rugrats was fucking pretty funny, actually.
It was. I can relate to it as a grown dude. I mean, it was funny. I laughed at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tommy was a little fucking legend, and who was the older fucking she was a little bitch. Just always being an epic cunt and ended up getting fucked over at the end of every episode, usually.
Yeah, I know.
She was a big meanie. Yeah, Angelica, she's a big meanie. Poopy face.
Poo head.
What was your favorite cartoon as a kid?
It wasn't a cartoon. It was the Thunderbirds, believe it or not.
Mine was He-Man.
I had a Thunderbird. I had a Thunderbird 2 die-cast model that the middle used to slide out and Thunderbird 4 used to come out.
And here's the show that as I got as an adult, I said, okay, that sucked. Why didn't I love it when I was a kid? But I was addicted to it when I was a kid. That's the Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh yeah,
I'll still watch the shit out of that fucking car. That's it. Now, if I fuck
that's
up,
not a comedy though. It's not a comedy. So
well, I don't know when they used to fucking the cops. I used to laugh every time they'd fucking like the cops would drive into a river or off. They couldn't do the jump, and the general lead go and fly through the air for 500 feet.
You know how many cars they ruined?
They ruined. Now, chat. Correct me if I'm wrong. They were Dodge. What? Were they judges? Right? Was 69 judge?
Oh, I thought it was a Dart.
GTO? Yeah, the car.
It wasn't a Dart?
Yeah, it was. 60. Oh, hold on. Oh, I got the fucking. Where is it? Let's look here. What have I got here?
Pretty cool car, though.
Is it a Dodge or a Pontiac GTO? I can't fucking remember.
I think it was a Dodge, though.
Yeah, they ruined the fucking shit out of every fucking car they got.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually ruined a bunch more when they did. Johnny Knoxville did the fucking Dukes of Hazzard too.
Yeah, and that movie sucked though.
But there's one that was worth doing. There's one scene where they dressed up Chris Pontiac like Daisy Duke in some cut-off denims and stood him right behind the General Lee, and they just got Knoxville to basically go brakes, accelerate, and then it was on a big gravel road, and Pontius was just getting pelted like shotgun for about 30 seconds as the General Lee tore up the road, flicking back stones half the size of his fist into his head. It was a Challenger. Right. Thank you, chat.
Okay, I'm just sitting there about another comedy that wasn't mentioned. I can't think of the damn name of it, but Helen Hunt starred in it. And Paul, what's his name? Paul Reiser.
Oh, I know. And he played a photographer.
Yeah, Paul Reiser and Helen Hunt. What was the name of that? That was a good show.
Yeah, it was.
What was the name of that fucking show?
Oh, I can't remember.
I remember the season where she cheated on him. I kissed the dude on him and everything. I was heartbroken. What was that name of that show? Come on, chat, give it to me. Helen Hunt, Paul Reiser. 90s. Good show.
Okay.
Can't think of the name of it.
Oh, it's always so it's Charger. Like they name the Chargers over here.
Mad About You. That's it. Mad About You.
Mad About You. That was actually a really fucking good show, wasn't it?
It was a good show. It was a very good show. It should have been on the list. It was a good show.
You like the
It's
Boot
just,
House?
yeah, it's all right. I haven't watched a lot of it, but it's classic. Everybody loves it.
Yeah.
But now I'm disappointed. Like if you're gonna put classic comedy, you have to put the Andy Griffith Show on your fucking list.
This list was botched. I don't know how
You have to put it on.
They left
man.
some essential shit off.
Beverly Hillbillies.
It was garbage.
Yeah. Now that show was actually fucking really good for all ages. It was like you could sit down, the whole family could have a chuckle at that one.
Yeah, Beverly Hillbillies. You have to put Beverly Hillbillies on the fucking show.
The fucking Addams Family. That's another one.
Yes,
Yes.
There's a bunch of classics. Fucking Dick Van Dyke Show.
Yep.
Dick Van Dyke.
Leave It to Beaver.
Leave It to
Yep.
Beaver.
I mean, there's so many shows that they didn't put on there. This list was stupid.
Three Stooges.
Oh, well, there you go, buddy.
Yeah.
Three Stooges.
You just fucking
yeah.
the list has just been decimated. They left out Taxi and the Three Stooges. It's like these people need to be tracked down and
They
exterminated.
left out Trailer Park Boys. Fucking retarded.
Yeah. We're gonna remove them from the gene pool immediately.
That's just stupid. There's some.
Oh, the fucking monsters!
Yes.
Monsters, yeah.
Absolutely, the monsters of
Get smart. Yeah,
the
Jeffersons.
Jeffersons.
Now you're talking. Now let's talk. Get smart. Now, what Don Adams did there was he was a fucking genius. When he started the show, they said he's the go, Mr. Adams. We'll pay you a certain amount per week. You can come and work for us, or you can take this vastly reduced amount per week, but we'll give you royalties and residuals from every time the episode gets played anywhere in the world. And Don went, I'll take option 2, please. And he became filthy fucking rich.
I got 2 shows.
Yeah.
I got 2 shows, and Red Eye, it's going to blow your mind that it wasn't mentioned. Monty Python.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Flying Circus.
And Are You Being Served?
Yes. And Good Times. I forgot to mention that. Like,
the Jeffersons. They didn't put the Jeffersons on there, man.
Dynamite.
They didn't put Good Times, exactly. What's Happening Now? They didn't put that on there.
Yeah, Good Times. P.S. Tommy from the Bronx, if you're out there, one day I'm going to get enough cash to make an offer on your JJ painting, because if you've never seen it, Tommy from the Bronx is a wicked painter, and he did a portrait of JJ, and I fucking want it so badly. It's fucking magnificent.
There's so many shows that
the Pink Panther, there's another good one, but Get Smart.
Happy Days, exactly.
Yeah.
Fonz, bro.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. All the
I can't
shows
believe
they
that
missed.
one wasn't on there. Jeez.
They missed so many shows.
Yeah, Get Smart was just a big fucking piss take on Cold War era bullshit, you know? And the characters on that, there's like the 99, Jaime.
But now, I mentioned
Siegfried.
I mentioned Are You Being Served? You guys have seen that, right?
I have not seen it.
Faulty Towers.
Are You Being Served was an amazing British comedy. Fucking amazing show.
I'll check it, man.
You know how I got to watch it on PBS late at night when I was a kid.
Captain Peacock.
Yeah, Captain Peacock.
There you go.
It was a show that actually had a gay character that was a big character of the show.
Yeah. Now the difference, and that's a good highlight of the difference. That character was portrayed as camp as a row of tents and flamboyantly just, whereas Will was portrayed as talk normally, like dudes, dressed well, successful in the business world, and the only difference between him and another dude was he just happened to be intimate with men. Other than that, he was
Bird Flu, you said LOL, but you actually did mention a show that should have been on the list. Murphy Brown should have been on the list.
Yes, absolutely. You know what else? Laverne and Shirley. I'll fucking
absolutely. Laverne and Shirley. Fucking A, dude.
More and more pissed.
You know?
The I Couple.
Yeah. Oh, how the fuck did that not get on that? That show was mag-fucking-nificent.
Dude, this list, I'm sorry I brought this list to you people. I apologize. This list was ridiculous, retarded, and they should be shot.
The goddamn fucking travesty. Dude, the Three Stooges weren't on this fucking list. What the fuck happened?
Yeah. Look, I'm amazed Taxi wasn't on there. Everyone.
Yeah.
I'm an Australian, and I fucking know that show and actually went, yeah, I can name a couple of characters off it. It's like,
but when you do not put, Taxi, and look, I know I mentioned it already several times, but you can understand this, Red. The Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah,
Yes.
It has to be on this.
That Trailer
list.
Park Boys, like that, how that show didn't make this list is beyond me. It's like,
because if you haven't seen Trailer Park Boys, you're actually missing out on comedic genius.
Yeah,
it just goes to show though, like it's hard to like make a list of like 30 of only 30 like sitcoms because like there's so many good ones out there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And they did just choose to do 30 shows, but some of the shows shouldn't have been on there. Like, okay, look,
that's what I was thinking.
You're not gonna put Trailer Park Boys, but you're gonna put How I Met Your Mother on there.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, seriously.
If Big Bang Theory was on that fucking list, I would have blown my head off.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. Okay.
But now, if you're gonna go by popularity, it maybe should have been on the list. Though.
Yeah, that's true. A shit show.
Like,
yeah,
you guys,
no, it's bad.
You said it about Family Matters, right? I didn't like Family Matters, but Family Matters was a very popular show.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like that show was all right. It got annoying.
Give me a break.
Dead silence.
You don't know the show?
I have not watched it.
Oh my God! It had Joe, Blair, Rudy. No, Tootie, not Rudy. Tootie. Come on, man. Webster. They didn't have Webster on the motherfucker.
Punky fucking Brewster. Oh God.
What was the little black kid? Webster, right? Yeah.
Oh, Webster.
Yeah, Webster. Oh, Mr. Belvedere.
Yeah, different strokes. It's like Gary Coleman.
No, wait a minute. No, I mean, yeah, sure. Now that you're right, it should definitely be on the show.
The bike episode.
That Different Strokes was great.
Yeah, that show, like, what you talking about, Will? It's like, there you go. I'm an Australian. That was popular in Australia. And here's the thing, it's like, yeah, we're so racist that we used to watch all of these shows with these fucking African-American actors and think that they were the bee's fucking knees. It's like, if I ever got to meet the guy that played JJ in real life, I'd just go, oh, I'm not worthy. I'd do the whole fucking, that guy was just... every person that was on that show, like the dude that played the dad, the mum, all of the sister, all of those people, they were fucking big in my world. And guess what? They weren't fucking white.
No, you said that was the facts of life. That's what I said. Facts of life. Yeah. Also, Coach.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever seen the show Coach, but Coach was awesome.
Daria. That's another one I liked.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know what? They didn't. Beavis and
That was a pretty popular show.
Yeah.
Beavis and Butthead should be on that fucking list.
Oh yeah, Beavis and Butthead is great.
Who's the boss?
Who's the boss? Absolutely.
That was a really good show. That like he's bringing up his daughter in that house, and that was.
Yeah. Somebody mentioned Alf.
Alf. I liked it.
I loved it. I was a kid. That show was awesome. I even went back a couple years ago and watched all of Alf, and I'll tell you what, I still liked it.
Yeah, the writing's solid as fuck.
Alf was good, dude. And for what it was different. Nobody did anything like that at the time. So, yeah, Alf was pretty fucking okay.
Did we mention the Honeymooners?
Oh, shit, brother. Shit, no, we didn't, but yes. Yeah.
It's a good call.
Hey, we're going to have to find the people that wrote this list and educate. We're sending them to a re-education facility.
Yeah, we can make a better list than them.
Wait a minute. Mork and Mindy. Absolutely. Mork and Mindy. Yep.
We practically have.
Yeah, we do.
Mork and Mindy is, if you're not familiar with Mr. Williams' early works, I'm not trying to say it's a bad thing, but he may have been known to... His nostrils may have slipped over on a line of devil's dandruff once in a while. Maybe, kind of, sort of, which may be able to be seen in his portrayal as Mork.
Pop quiz question. What the character of Mork? Where did it first appear?
When
did it first appear?
70.
But what show?
Was it Mork and Mindy?
No, the character of Mork actually appeared on the Happy Days show before he did on Mork and Mindy.
Holy fucking shit. I actually remember that episode. I didn't think that was before.
Yes, it was.
Well, bugger me.
Well, maybe
More
I'm wrong. Look it up, chat. Please, somebody look it up. I do believe that the character debuted on Happy Days.
Mork from Ork.
Yeah, I do believe.
Nanu.
I think I'm correct. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I think I'm correct.
What do you used to say when he threw it? Oh, Shuzbutt.
But yeah.
Oh, what? Gilligan's Island.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Like,
oh, another one. What's the one that red where the dude always did this? Like the statue. What was the name of the fucking show? Blonde-headed dude.
Johnny Bravo, the cartoon.
No. It was a human show in that back in the 50s. Fuck.
Yeah.
Brad says I'm right. Brad says I'm right in the chat about Mork. I think I'm right. Fuck, what was it in that show? I bet Galen can tell me. Is Galen in there? Galen was a blonde-headed dude in the 50s episode. He always did the...
I'm pretty sure Galen's in the chat, so...
Come on, you know everything, Galen.
You know everything. You have to know this.
Damn, I can't remember the name of the fucking show. It was a good show, though. Shit. You mentioned Laverne and Shirley, didn't you, Red? Yeah.
What was that?
You mentioned Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah.
It should be on the. It absolutely should. Dobie Gillis. Dobie Gillis. That's it. Dobie Gillis. That show was great.
Laverne and Shirley was definitely really good sitcom situated around these two working class women struggling just to fucking make their way through fucking the big city. And it was, I don't know, I liked it when I was a kid. I used to fucking, my mum and I used to watch it, and if Dad was home, he'd watch it too, and we'd all get a laugh out of it.
I'm going to mention a show that you may have not watched, none of you, but 227.
No, never.
No.
It starred the chick who played the maid on Good Time. I mean Jeffersons. She's the one that starred in it.
I want to mention a fairly new one. If I fuck the name
Wonder
up.
Years is not a situational comedy.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, that's actually a decent show.
I've just started watching that on Netflix, and Terry Cruz's character. Oh, I fucking love that man. He is so fucking funny in that show. And the guy that's playing the precinct commander that used to be the older guy that used to be on one of the homicide shows.
You know what I hate right now? This is probably one of my funner shows, I think. I've enjoyed the show. And we've got the lesser crowd. Sometimes YouTube just fucking sucks.
They do suck, John.
Yeah.
We've been having lag problems tonight, so a lot of people might just
that may be the issues too. Yeah, the issues. And YouTube doesn't. But by the way, let me sneak this in. Next week, we got a fucking week full of guests. And then the week after that, we're going to have a week full of guests because
that's awesome.
The week after that, I'm going to try my best to get Derek, some black guy on.
He's cool.
He's already agreed to be on the show. Also, one of my favorite people that I've met at VidCon, he's Ben agreed. He's one of my favorite people. It's Hi, I Think I'm Real. That dude is fucking amazing. And we're going to get him on here to talk music with Red Eye and maybe Landon. And, dude, he'll blow you away with his music knowledge. He will fucking blow you away. It's amazing. So, but anyways, next week we got we've got Ryan himself and his podcast partner on. We've got what's the other guy's name? G-Luck or something like that. I can't think of his name, but he's on. Captain Kirsch is on. She's so fucking hot. She's gonna be on. And I'm gonna tell you something. Her vagina is so amazing. I mean, I wouldn't know. But this chick is so hot and beautiful and smart and funny. Also, down the road, we got Barbara going to come on the show. Barbara, for you to see.
She's great, yeah.
She's amazing. I became really good friends with her over the week. Her and Captain Kirsch are amazing girls. So we got a lot of people coming on. Like I said, I talked to a lot of folks, and I did what was my plan to go out to VidCon and do. And thanks to Billy for, actually introducing me to a lot of people and getting me to know a lot of people. So like I said, I did not ask Bunchy to be on because I really didn't have a chance to, but I think I may be able to get him on. I know that Derek's coming on. He already agreed. He already said, yeah, I'm coming on your show. And he's fucking cool, dude.
Yeah, he's a chill guy.
Yeah.
So, but
you definitely want Bunty on because Bunty will have fucking conversations with anyone. He's actually had conversations with white nationalists and over the the course of the conversation, became friends with the guy, met him in real life, and now go and meet up and have beers. And this guy was a white supremacist. It's like Bunty.
Yeah.
A lot of people say a lot of things about Bunty. Bunty will have a conversation with anybody as long as you fucking.
He did 911.
Big deal.
And also, my favorite people in the world, of course, is Sofane and Fat Pat. I'm gonna get them on, dude. I just want to bring that up again. Sofane is a huge fan of mine. Isn't that funny? He's a fan of mine. I was gonna get up, go shake his hand, and introduce myself to him, and he runs over to me and introduces himself to me.
That's awesome.
That's
cool,
awesome.
Man.
I mean, look, I'm not, I guess I am bragging a little bit, but that boosted my ego just a little bit.
Bro, everyone deserves some bragging time, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a nice time. And they're I'm going to tell you, like, the most chill, cool motherfuckers in the world is them two. And they could drink just about anybody on the table. I'm going to tell you, them motherfuckers were drinking, boy. So cool. All of them are cool. I didn't meet but one that may be a little dickish, and I even said I said I wasn't going to say the name, but I said it last night on the private show. But I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to say his name no more. But he was still cool enough,
Oh, something. Okay. Watch this, Pimp. You're going to hate me for doing this. Hey, Galen, I know who it is.
But he wasn't a complete dick. He was just more stuck up than the rest of them. That's what I'm saying. But Monday, Matt will be on the show again. He's always awesome. Matt was in here earlier in the chat room.
Yeah, that's cool.
I tell you what, though. I feel sorry for Matt when he's around Billy because Billy picked
yeah. Oh yeah. I even said that to Billy recently. I'm like, be nice to Matt, like, be a sweet boy.
Yeah, he mean to Matt, boy. But people keep asking me, tell more VidCon stories. I had some messages. I will. I'll pepper you with some down. But because there was a lot of stories, and we talked about a lot of it last night on the Patreon show, on Ben's Patreon show. We talked a lot about it, and Billy is so intimidated by my physical dominance. He's trying to say now, I can take Pimp. We all know he can't take Pimp. We all know.
No, he's gonna take you out to dinner and buy you some fucking flowers. That's all he's gonna do.
Billy's great. Billy's great, but he is a bit intimidated by my physical dominance.
Yeah, Billy's a lover and not a fighter.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Billy. I've known Pimp long enough to know that he's a lover, but he used to be a fighter, like professional, as in bouncer, not professional boxer, but earn a living piffing assholes out of places.
He still is that, apparently.
Yeah. Speaking of which, you're doing that unpaid now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I do it. It comes natural to defend people.
Yeah.
And I did it. Like when Shayra was at the Columbus meetup, right? I didn't let nobody near Shayra. That's my girl. And the same thing with Barbara. Barbara felt uncomfortable, and the Cholo had to go.
Cholo, I heard you took off your hat, and you're like, hold my fucking hat.
Yeah, I took Billy. I looked at Billy. I said, hold my hat. I handed it to Billy, and Billy said, oh, shit. But
yeah, that's when Billy knew.
No need to be like this, Holmes. Come on, man.
But no, let me tell you something, though. Billy's a big motherfucker. And I'm not talking about just like weight. I mean, that dude's got a big old frame, just a big dude. So he can handle himself for sure, no doubt.
Yeah, but he's not.
But he can't whoop half my ass.
He hasn't got that fire in him like you have, boss. It's like you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know too. I mean,
yeah, I'm not saying that Billy's a pussy by any stretch of the mate. Like Billy would probably fuck me up in 5 seconds, man. No illusions there. But I'm saying if he was to go toe to toe with you, probably not going to end well for fucking both. You probably hurt each other, but
here's the difference. Billy's tough. I'll tell you that right now. Billy's a tough guy. However, when it comes to fight, I will eat you. I mean, I will eat you.
You'll bite your. I'm the same. Like, my brother got me in a headlock once and I couldn't get out of it, so I just turned my head in, got a fucking mouthful of his ribs and bit down as hard as I could. He squealed like a pig, and I wasn't in the headlock anymore. Okay. And you've crushed a man's testicle with your teeth, I do believe.
Yeah, I have.
There you go.
I have.
We fight dirty as fucking.
There is no such thing as a fair fight.
That's right.
I mean, when people say fair fight, fuck you. What's fair about trying to hurt another man?
It's like, what fucking? Where's the rule book in fucking street fighting? There is no.
There's no book.
Yeah, take
Unless
that
you're
shit
like-
back. Blow it out
But
your
no,
ass.
but honestly, Billy could. If you go fight Billy, you better be ready to fight.
Yeah,
That dude could
if-
body slam me and fucking kill me.
Yeah,
If-
you better be ready to fight.
Billy hit me once with that fucking frame behind it.
Oh,
He'd
good. He
put-
fuck you up.
I would fly across a fucking room, through the fucking wall, and ended up on the street, broken.
He fuck you up. But all these scars on my body,
Yeah,
I've done
I'm
it.
just
I've
trying.
been there,
I want to
done
make
that.
it. I want to make it perfectly clear. I'm not trying to say that I could fuck Bill. I'm saying if Billy and Boss went toe to toe, and I was a betting man, I'm putting a $5 on Pimp. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, most people would because it's got a lot to do with experience, right? Because I have back in the day, do it fall so much, and like when Ben likes to poke, and Ben would poke at Billy.
Oh yeah.
You really think you could take him? Do you really think it? And so,
Ben loves doing that shit.
yeah, he does. We all do. That's like we fucked with each other hard over the trip, and we also, got closer. And Ben, I will tell you, I told this last night. Ben, the first night, Ben got really, really wasted, right? And he got on one of those "I love you, man" drums.
Oh,
And he was
yeah.
hugging me. He said, "I love you, Pimp. I fucking love you, Pimp." I was like, "I love you too, Ben. Get the fuck off me."
You know what the scariest part of the whole trip was for me is when you're in the hotel room and Billy's in the shower and fucking you're streaming. Ben opens the shower door up. There is only a thin layer of semi-clear plastic between Billy and your camera.
Yeah,
and we see Billy's silhouette in the shower. And I'm thinking to myself, if you fucking go in there and do what I think you might be contemplating doing.
I was contemplating it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking out loud. You know that's an insta strike. It's like
You
some.
wouldn't have seen nothing but fat.
I've already seen Billy naked. You
I
don't
mean,
see
I
nothing.
did start to pull that curtain back. No, I did.
I know.
I was that close. Ben did too. Ben had his hand on it.
I was sort of quietly going, if there is a God in the universe right now, it'd be a really good time just to nip this in the bud before a fucking channel strike appears on someone's fucking channel.
But my favorite thing I did though was when Billy was laying his big ass on the bed talking a little shit, and I was about to walk outside to smoke a cigarette, and I just looked at him simply and I said, "Well, okay, Billy, but I'm gonna leave you with this," and I farted into the air conditioner and walked out. I farted right into the air conditioner, and I heard Billy, "You son of a bitch!"
That's beautiful.
I also put my nuts on his foot.
Oh really?
Yeah, he was laying there, and I didn't have any underwear on, and I had these thin fucking track pants on, so I just picked my balls up and laid them on top of his foot.
Wow. Well, what a surprise.
Yeah, and he
You
tried
got
to
the
grab
old
my
three
balls
balls.
too a bunch of times.
Oh wow. Yeah,
Billy's the gayest of the three.
the things that happen at VidCon,
Yeah,
Listen.
Billy's really gay.
We're going to have to sort this out. We're going to have to contact Ben. We're going to have to get someone to design Pimpmunk character in the WWE game. Someone else is doing a Billy the Fridge character in the WWE game. There will be a clash of the fucking titans.
But but all jokes aside, Billy Billy can be one of the most charming people that you'll ever meet. He really can.
No, Billy's cool as, man. I was just taking the piss and it's like,
He's one of the
I'm not being serious.
And over the week, actually, Billy was actually very cool. And me and him had some good conversations. Same thing with Ben. Me and Ben had some good conversations. Me and Ben was talking, and Ben was like, "It's funny that me and you live," this is what he said, "me and you live so far apart, yet we hang out so much." He said that's a sign of being boys. He said that's the sign of being boys, and we, they are my boys. I have a lot of good friends, and one of the best parts of my trip, I'll say it again, was Landon Noe coming to visit me.
Fucking Landon, man.
I love.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Love Landon, and took me to the nicest dinner, and we just had a great time. And I got to see my brother. So I actually did miss a couple of people because of that. I actually missed meeting Magog because of my brother. I actually missed meeting Boogie because of my brother. And I missed seeing Jacqueline again because of my brother. So my brother fucked me up a lot, you son of a bitch.
God damn it.
I love my brother. So that was okay. And I hung out with Landon. But I did have a lot of good times, met a lot of cool people, got a lot of good stories. And it was a well worth it trip. And I thank everybody who helped me get there.
I'm happy it turned out well for you, man. I really
Yeah.
am.
And I actually got to do what I planned on doing. I told you guys I was going out there to promote the Morning Wood, and that's what I did. That is exactly what I did. And like I said, I met some very cool people, like some black guy Derek, who is awesome. I mentioned several names, and I asked them to be on the show, and they all agreed to it. Barbara agreed to be on the show. So it's we got a lot of guests coming on, and it's because of that. And I thank you. Without you guys, I wouldn't have made it out there. So I really appreciate you guys so much.
The only thing that sucks is you found out Vader died on stream while you were
Yeah, dude, I found out Vader died live on stream. That sucked. And I haven't talked about that since I've been back. If you know wrestling, Big Vader, Van Vader.
Oh no, he didn't. Fuck.
Yeah, he died. I was streaming at VidCon when it came out.
Oh no.
His real name is Leon. What's his last name?
I'm not sure.
Leon something. Fuck. Somebody look it up for me. Leon. But anyways, legend in the business. If you're a pro wrestling fan, you know who Vader is. Who's the man? Vader time.
His name is Leon Allen White.
Yeah, Leon.
He's a big motherfucker.
Legend. May he, his family, all thoughts go out to his family and stuff like that.
Definitely.
Yeah. And I always, even though I always say rest in peace. Even though I'm not a religious guy or anything, but I still say it.
It's just a show of respect.
Yeah, R.I.P. man, R.I.P.
Was Vader the guy that I think they were on some TV show, and the dudes basically said, "Oh yeah, so it's," used the wrong phrase and said it was fake, and it was with the Undertaker.
Yes, it was.
And the Undertaker was like, "Oh, listen,
yeah, he was on some kind of Indian show or Afghan show or some shit like that. Yeah,
the Taker's gone. Listen, we don't think it's fake. And Vader's gone, well, I've let my learned colleague speak, and he was very polite, but I'm not going to be so polite. Yeah. He goes up and he basically just grabs the guy and starts going, slap, slap. Fuck, does that feel fake? Slap, slap. What about that?
That was Vader. Yeah, that was Vader.
Flipped the table. He got up, flipped the fucking table, and went over and grabbed the guy. He said, slap. Did that feel fake?
Vader's a fucking icon in the business. So, yeah, man, that's if you like wrestling, which most of us do, I think, on the show.
Fucking right.
I'm more of a casual fan, but I like wrestling. Yeah,
you're a fan, right, Animaster?
Yeah, I'm more of a casual fan. Like,
I'm a especially back in those days. I'm a hardcore fan, dude. I can talk wrestling with you all day long, especially about the classic shit. The modern day shit, not so much.
Have you done a
Morning Wood? Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, well, here's the deal. When I've talked about it, and we are going to do it, and the day I do it, Ben's actually going to join that show.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because me and Ben
awesome.
Me and Ben's had some long conversations about pro wrestling. He's a real fan.
Yeah,
Ben's a real fan.
I love wrestling. I'm not an in-depth fan like Pimp is, and I've actually watched Pimp answer a quiz that had fucking 50 something questions.
100 questions.
Oh right, 100. Sorry, and
I got one.
You didn't get it wrong. It's just you couldn't remember the answer and as soon as you basically something triggered the memory and you remembered what it was before you read the answer out. So yeah, that'll be a good show. But I'm a huge fan of like the era of NWO when X-Pac and Triple H and they were all running around, and China's one of my favorite wrestlers. It's like that woman DX. Was just fucking frightening.
That's DX, not NWO. That's DX.
All right.
Yeah, but that's okay. You're stupid.
Yeah, there's all the different things they had. And there's the two different. Well, there was what was it? WCW and WWE with the two franchises. Yeah, and EC, that's right. And they were sort of cross promoting for a while there, and it was good fun because you used to see some big fucking bumps.
Back into like the territorial days. That's when wrestling was really good.
Yeah, see, I got the terminology right, boss. I said bump then.
Yeah, you did say bump. You did say bump. But the territorial days is when you really need to like study up on, because that's when shit was bomb, dude. That shit was so good back then.
The fucking Andre days.
Yeah, Andre, dude. We're gonna talk. We're gonna actually have a show. I gotta get with Ben and put that down on the calendar and figure out when we're going to do that, because that would be a good show.
Yeah, it's really hard to get Ben up early in the morning. That's the only issue with that.
But as much as I fucking do for Ben, he's going to have to wake his ass up.
Yeah, that's fair.
Call that motherfucker.
Nah,
one of my
Ben
favorite.
does a lot for me too.
Junkyard Dog. He was one of my favorite fucking wrestlers.
JYD, yeah. JYD is awesome. But there's my favorite wrestler of all time, people know, is Jerry Lawler.
Yeah.
And you know, because see, most people know Jerry Lawler as the goofy commentator.
He's the fucking king, man.
Go back and watch Memphis Wrestling. You'll see why Jerry Lawler is a fucking god of wrestling. And you ask any, like, you watch a lot of shoot interviews, they always talk about the best guy that throws a punch in the business is Lawler. His punches look so real. But anyways, we'll talk about that at a later time. A lot of people don't like wrestling, but fuck y'all if you don't. Wrestling. Yeah, see, that's another thing. People always make fun of me for saying that. But growing up around the Memphis days, that's what they called it. It was Memphis Wrestling. It was Memphis Wrestling. It was Memphis Wrestling.
I think it sounds better.
That's what it was called. But anyways, yeah, but I'm country as fuck too. So there you go.
Yeah, Jerry Lawler's nickname when he was commentating, they called him the King, didn't they?
Yeah,
Jerry the King. Yeah,
that's how
Brad.
He was the king in Memphis. Jerry the
King.
Yeah, because
I fucking love the way he could just his commentary was fucking him and was it John Ross, the guy with the big Jim Ross, sorry.
Fuck on King.
Yeah. Oh my God! Did you see that? It's like the guy. Fuck yeah! I love that combo of fucking commentators.
He's got a wife and kids, King. He's got a wife and kids. But I'm gonna tell you something. Without great commentators like that, you know, it wouldn't be as good.
Oh, it'd be so bland. It'd have no spice. It's like those guys really fucking gave it the fucking spice.
And you want me to prove it? Watch the commentators of WWE today. They fucking suck.
No character.
No character, man. JR was a character.
Who was the younger guy with that used to be on there sometimes as well? There was I think Michael something.
Oh, you know, what's his name? Mike.
He used to have the goatee most of the time.
Yeah, he's still on there. He's the main guy now.
Well, he was pretty good, but there was nothing beat fucking JR and fucking.
Oh, dude! Somebody mentioned Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan's commentary. Oh, fuck! That was so great. It was so good.
Sitcom / wrestling.
Yeah, Bobby the Brain was one of the funniest dudes that ever lived. Talking about comedy, Bobby the Brain Heenan was one of the funniest men that ever lived. Great. But anyways, we got off reservation again.
It's all right. We do that here
every time. We do that here every time. Let's talk about vagina.
All right.
Great topic as always.
Yes. And that's the reason I brought Animaster on today, because he looks like a vagina.
Wow. Laying straight into me, huh? No, I feel like I've been initiated now. I appreciate it.
Welcome to the Thunderdome.
Welcome to the Thunderdome. Also, I'll make this announcement. I'm going to be recording the song pretty soon.
Oh, you guys are not fucking ready.
Yeah. The song that me and Marshall's working on, I'm going to be recording it pretty soon, and then I don't know when exactly it's going to be released or whatever, but we'll figure that out. We're going to do a video eventually for us. I'm going to tell you something. You're going to be shocked. It's a good song. Well, I mean, the only thing is I can't get the hook to it. I'm going to have to leave that to Marshall.
I could probably write something for you. We'll see what goes. You know.
Yeah, but the lyrics, the beginning of Red's even heard part of it, so it's pretty good. It's
Galen, the gay song.
The gay song, yes, it's the gay song.
I'm trying to write a theme song for the Morning Wood, and it started out really well, but then somehow the lyrics drifted off into shape-shifting penises, so I've aborted the attempt for now.
No, that's the best.
I think this song will catch on. I think it'll be a popular
If we
song.
get this video out, I could see it going semi or full viral.
Yeah, well, the video would be very, very funny because the song's kind of funny, but it's funny but badass.
It's very Pimpmunk. I'll say.
Yeah,
that.
it's very Pimpmunkish. Yes. Is that why Red was crying in the chat the other day? What?
No, that was because someone said Pimpy, she's coming back on the show again. It's just, that's
Yeah. And by the way, if you've noticed, I am smoking like right now. I'm sorry, but I have cut down quite a bit the last few days. Thanks to Luna for my machine.
Cool shit, yeah.
I did lose the
I
tip
heard
to it
about
though.
that.
I lost a little rubber tip to it though. I already
Dude,
lost that.
you will lose 1 million of those in your lifetime.
Yeah, I lost it already. I'm sorry, but right now she gave me a bunch of oils too with it or whatever they call it. Is it called juices or oils?
It's e-juice, I think.
Okay, juice then. She gave me a bunch of those. Right now I'm sucking on cream.
Ooh, is it good?
It's actually I like the cream in my mouth.
Pimpmunk sucking on that cream.
Good old dad's cream.
Yeah, I'm doing it's cream. It's actually pretty tasty.
Yeah, I got this flavor once. It was a creamy bagel, and that shit was so good.
Yeah, So, anyways, I did lose a little tip to it, but I'm gonna get another one. But I want to thank Luna for my gift. That was very kind to her. Very sweet of her, and I also want to thank her for the hand job.
That's very generous of you. You're a good person, Luna.
She didn't give me a hand job though.
Oh, why'd you lie to me?
But her gay friend did.
No, but Luna did give you a machine that sprays smoky cream in your mouth.
Yeah, she did. I'm gonna tell you something. Luna's pretty. We all know that, but on video and stuff, it doesn't do her justice. This chick is fucking gorgeous, man. Oh Lord Jesus! And she was in my lap. My little wiener wiggled.
Can't say that on television. Allegedly.
She's absolutely, but all jokes aside, she is absolutely stunning and such a sweet person. And I look forward to coming out and hanging out with her some more. Eventually, I'm going to be going out there and hang out with her. And hopefully, anybody in the Texas area will come out and hang, or surrounding areas, Colorado, whatever. Come out and hang out with us because we're gonna.
Hey, is it true that she has boobies?
She does have titties.
What?
She has a butt too.
What?
Whoa, they can have both?
They can have both.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Yep. But she's really so sweet, and that smile just blow you away. Ooh, pretty smile. Anyways, we took a couple of pictures together. It was fun. I only got to stay with her. I only got to meet her for like an hour and a half there, but she was, it was cool. It was very cool. So that was part of the trip that was awesome too. I got to see a lot of people that was so cool, so cool. And Red Eye's gay.
No, I'm allegedly gay. I keep telling you this. I'm heterosexually challenged. There's a difference.
Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and take questions and tips now. Also, this Sunday is the first private show. It's gonna be every Sunday, every first Sunday of every month. The first Sunday of every month. If you want to be on if you want to come on the show and come watch the show, become a $5 or above Patreon. That's all you need. And you can watch the Patreon show. We'll take questions also now and tips. We need tips. We need those tips.
I used to fucking love the private shows for the Pimpmunk show, man.
Yeah, the private shows are fucking epic. Well, we're going to do one this weekend, this Sunday. And we got a $100 stream go today, too. $100. Can we make $100?
Yeah, guys, give Pimpmunk your money. I'm familiar with a lot of YouTubers. I know a lot of them, and I have to say that Pimpmunk's the hardest working motherfucker on YouTube. So give him your money. He deserves more money. Give it to him.
I appreciate
no problem.
I appreciate that. Yeah, $100 stream go. Come on, we can get close to it anyway. But yeah, so if you have questions for me or anybody on the panel, please ask.
Especially me.
Especially Marshall. He feels so lonely right now. He needs questions.
I need questions.
And Red Eye's like, don't ask me shit.
Yeah. You don't want to know.
You don't want to know a goddamn thing about me.
I'm not incriminating myself. I'm just traveling in my vessel.
My vessel.
Leave me alone, you road pirates.
I treat you, by the way, for a certain person in the chat room. I treat you.
Hey, you stay away from my green card wifey.
Fuck you, bitch.
Come on now, hey.
Yeah, but from a question, are you familiar with the Gulf City guys? I would link you.
Yes.
If I'm not familiar.
All hail Blue Whale. I hope that answers your question.
I'm not familiar with them. I've heard you talk about them. I've heard Red talk about them.
I want to huff big honking bucket full of blue krill mixed with red krill at the same time. Both krills. One blue krill up the left, right krill up the right nostril. Oh. Become entangled and join the spirit fucking realmy things and become part of fright supremacy.
I just want to make sure we mentioned Hogan's Heroes, right?
Oh, fuck, we didn't. We failed miserably.
What is my least favorite sitcom of all time? Probably Family Matters.
God damn.
How could we not mention
Hogan's
God. Heroes?
Hogan's Heroes is pretty awesome.
I can't believe you think that Family Matters is worse than Full House.
Yeah,
Family Matters is worse than Full House.
No, it isn't.
DJ's hot, motherfucker.
We should be discussing.
Okay, let's.
And Family Matters killed off a daughter and never mentioned this shit.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, that's true. That was dumb.
No, they didn't kill her off. They just locked her in the basement. They don't talk about it.
They sold her into human trafficking.
What other shows? Let me think. I couldn't never get into How I Met Your Mother.
Nah, me either.
Look, Hogan's Heroes. Let's discuss that quickly. That show was fucking awesome, and
yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
and the dude liked kinky sex in real life too.
Yeah, got him killed.
It did.
Damn,
fucking got him. He used to like banging other people's wives, and then one day they banged him back.
They banged him back. I got a tip.
Ooh, who from?
From Corky One. Just tipping my pimp. This show was amazing. I laughed so hard. Keep up the good work. Thank you, baby. She tipped $20.
Do what Corky just did with a lot of money.
So we need 80 more to make the stream go.
We've got a question. Oh, Alicia has asked a question. What made you guys each decide to start YouTube? I'd have to say for me, it was the massive amounts of money that I'm making.
Bang.
Wait,
that's right.
By the way, I did mention 227, Aaron.
Yes.
Yeah,
I did mention what made me get into YouTube? Because it was a path to make people laugh, and I love making people laugh.
For me, I usually made YouTube accounts for my different musical projects, and then I made Salty Paul, and it blew up. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just keep using this channel.
To be quite honest, this is just another fucking account that I created to troll people in the GDC, but I kind of started watching other shit, and I'm just fucking keep it. I've uploaded one whole video that got a copyright fucking claim because of the Pantera soundtrack. It's like, 2.5 minute game footage of me flying around in a spaceship, and that's it. And then I've hidden that video so no one can fucking see it.
Wow.
That's okay, Aaron. Yeah, I did mention 227. I actually like 227. I didn't think it was a bad show.
Luna asked me a question. She said, when did you know you wanted to be a musician? I've always known. It's just always what I've done my whole life. So it was never a decision. Like, literally, my whole life I've been writing songs.
That's how I feel about comedy.
Just do art. You end up doing music, and then you'll fucking dabble in other things too. Probably paint and fucking do some sculpting and some other weird shit. I don't know. I alternate between playing a guitar and then trying to make fucking shitty instruments out of cigar box guitars and junk.
Yeah,
cigar box guitars.
Galen is correct. I did watch YouTube back in the day, and I watched like TJ and Galen. I watched those guys. I even watched Coughlin. I was kind of a fan of Coughlin until he became this major prick, and he did something very shitty to a fat dude. I can't remember. Galen can tell you the whole situation, but I stopped instantly watching him then because I thought he was dehumanizing this man, making it was just so sickening how he treated this person. So I stopped watching him, and then and I kept watching vids, and eventually like, I can do this. I can make people laugh, and that's why I started.
You're fucking. I remember the first time I saw you was on Jacqueline's channel, and then I saw you on TJ's channel, and I was like, fuck, I gotta sub to this guy, man.
Yeah. That's how I found you too. TJ's channel.
Pimp, you're gonna pick up some more nice shirts now that you see how nice they look on you. What are you talking about? This blue shirt? It's just a t-shirt, and I look like shit in it. I look like a fucking big ass lifesaver.
Damn.
You look like a big breath mint with a hat on.
Yes, I do. But it does bring out the color. It does bring out the color of my eyes.
It actually does.
Marshall going all gay on me.
Bro, your eyes are like,
You look
Come on,
nice as fuck.
Marshall.
Thank you, baby. I
Marshall,
appreciate it.
Tone it down, mate. Come on, mate. Calm down. Calm down.
No, Red, you too.
I
Come on.
appreciate it, Raisin. Raisin said I look nice as fuck. Thank you, baby.
Tiger growl.
Damn.
It's like an alley cat. Jesus fucking Christ.
We're making go way too long.
Sounds like that cat has its penis stuck in something.
Wait a minute. The lady females are flirting with me right now. You have beautiful eyes. Thank you, baby.
I remember when you fucking did that stream where you had sex sounds going on in the background. That shit was so funny.
And I didn't even mention it. It was just... Yeah, I was sitting there tired, and I had fucking sex, like porn, like people fucking in the background.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And I didn't say shit about it. I just kept talking. That was fucking.
That was priceless. Yeah.
Yeah. Pimp, do you ever watch the very nearly viral guys? They took TJ to task in a funny way. No, I never watched them.
Yeah, watched a couple of very viral vids. They do some funny stuff, and then it's just like, they're not horrible. It's just,
to be honest, I don't watch a lot of. That's what I was telling these guys at VidCon the other day. I really don't watch a lot of different YouTubers anymore. I used to, but I'm so busy doing my own shit now. I really don't have time to do it because, like Animaster said earlier, I do a lot of stuff on here. And
oh yeah, he's almost always doing something YouTube related or thinking about it. That's what I realize.
Yeah. Anyways, that was hilarious. Yeah, the porn thing. Yeah, that was hilarious. That's like there was another idea I had one time I was gonna do, but then I was like, nah, I better not do it. Oh yeah, I was gonna go blackface and not even.
Oh my fucking god!
I wasn't even gonna mention it.
What the fuck are y'all talking about? I'm not wearing any.
I was just gonna go blackface and do a serious video. And not say anything about the blackface.
Just like a completely unrelated topic, like
it was gonna be like completely unrelated, and just do the blackface.
Actually, Pimp, there is one very nearly viral video you should watch, and it's the one they did on the Kumite. That's actually quite a good video. I'll fucking give them a big fucking thumbs up for that one. They basically did just covered the fucking facts and tried not to be biased and jump on either side and. Yeah, it was pretty informative. So, yeah, check that one out. I'll send you a link later on Twitter.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
I'm not getting no more tips.
What?
That sucks.
Come on, people, tip. Do it. Do it for Pimpmunk.
My balls are very bally today.
Make his balls even ballier.
Did you hear that? How can you not tip?
They're due for a fucking good cleaning.
Yeah.
It's like, I haven't cleaned it since before fucking VidCon. They'd be quite like musty down there by now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of rough. It's like steam coming from
Be
it.
like the tropics, man. Must be like fucking.
My nuts are like Velcro. They're stuck to my leg. When I tear them apart, it sounds like Velcro.
There's actually new forms of life starting to fucking evolve down there. New microscopic forms of stench life.
Yeah, it's like fucking large animals.
Bro, you gotta get Botox on your balls like Dave Chappelle.
Botox on my balls. That'd be fun.
Would you suck these balls?
That's actually a thing that dudes are doing now. They are going to fucking.
You're shitting me.
Plastic surgery. No, I'm not. It's like because the older you get, the further they start to hang down, and some dudes are actually they get ball lifts as well.
Ball lifts, bro.
I'm not kidding, man. It's like that's something I would just never do. Brutalize my own sack just to pull it up close. Like, nah.
I want my nuts on my asshole. Like I don't give a
what. Just somebody clip that.
Yeah, someone needs to make a
Yeah.
clip of that immediately.
Yeah,
Cynic,
definitely.
if you're around, remix that, please.
Yeah.
I want my
Yeah.
nuts on the asshole.
I want a 3-minute fucking remix of fucking what I just heard Marshall say over and over again to a really
Cynic could do it too with that short a sample. He's a
With a
man
really
of many
good-
talents.
heavy doof beat with a good breakdown in the middle of some good wah, wah, wah.
I want my nuts on my asshole, asshole, asshole.
It's gonna be great.
Balls and butt. What's up, Gigger Frank? How you doing?
Yeah, you walked in at a great time.
Yeah, butt boop. Congratulations, you walked in just at the right time. Boop.
Boopity boop.
In the butt.
Boop in the butt.
Butt booping. It's the latest
Man.
craze all the kids are doing on the subway.
What,
Butt
booping
boop.
butts?
Yeah, you just butt boop.
Yeah, booping butts. It's on the rage.
Some people get carried away and start stabbing people in the butt. That's not cool, man. Just
I'll tell you what,
Nah,
if you-
that's
if you
taking it
boop
one
my
step too
butt-
far.
If you book my butt, you're gonna see some rage. I guarantee you that.
Oh,
you
yeah,
wouldn't even know who it was on a crowded subway. You just look around and go, who just butt booped me? And everyone will just be going, oh, it wasn't me.
We need to see
Everything,
some
you
more
just-
tips. We got 4 minutes. We need to see.
Yeah, we need just the tip. That's all we need. We
we
need
need
just the
$80.
tips.
We need $80 in tips to make your $100 go. Come on,
Yeah.
people.
Get Pimpmunk that goal.
Yes, do it.
He really came through with all those signatures at VidCon. Like, he got a lot of signatures on that flag, and he networked with a lot of people, so he can bring you guys really good shows going forward.
And
So
I got a nipple.
yeah, and he's got not just one but two. So
Ambien.
you should give twice as much. Think about it that way.
Twice the money.
Yeah, you know. And if you really think about it, you know, you could give 3 times as much for each nut.
Yeah.
Adam asked when will I collab with Cynic. I don't know if that's gonna happen.
There you go. Don't know. He just don't know. The boy don't know.
If you clip that fucking voice bit from earlier, it could happen.
Is that a collab though?
Well, technically, you're doing the vocals. He did the rest. Yes, in my
It's
world,
some form
I'd
of
class that
collab.
as a collab.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, get on it. Someone let him know.
Nipple. How about that nipple? I don't know. So Sweck just stood us up today, by the way.
Yeah, Swegta
damn
told
it.
me that he might not be able to make it because he was not feeling too well. And I was like, you know, your health comes first. Take a nap and tell me if
No, it
you-
doesn't.
Well, no. Well, if he was just gonna, he probably wasn't gonna be able to talk very much if he was feeling sick, you know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I told him to get back to me if he was feeling better, but apparently he didn't. So,
That's all right. It happens. It's all right.
yeah, he's a cool dude. We're gonna be doing a show we're gonna be doing a show together on Saturdays going forward. It should be awesome.
Cool.
Swag is a good dude.
Yeah,
Come
right.
through.
I've done a few.
2
videos with
minutes.
him.
2 minutes, people, and then it's all over.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Just-
Give those
just a
tips. Get
tip.
those tips in.
$100 in 2 minutes. Let's do it.
$80.
$80.
No,
80
$100.
bucks.
Fuck it.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, 100.
100. Okay, fuck it. If you tip now, I won't kill you.
Oh shit.
Yeah, tip now or forever hold your peace.
I gotta pee. I have to
You gotta
urinate. I gotta urinate.
Wow.
Are your
Didn't
back
you,
teeth floating?
It's just backed up so much. It's in my back taco.
Didn't you
Jesus
piss in the
Christ.
cup on stream once, but no one noticed?
Yeah, I did. I've done it like twice.
Shit, bro.
But I
He
don't
could
have
be
a-
doing it right now.
I don't have a bucket right now, so yeah, I have pissed live and nobody knew it until I showed them my pee.
But hey,
Pimpmunk, what do you like to do for fun? It's who I like to do for fun, not what I like to do for fun.
He likes to pee into bottles while he's live streaming.
Yes, that's what I do for fun. I piss in bottles. I don't know what I like to do for fun. I have
Eat
no
ass.
idea.
You just said that you save up your pee from the whole day before until the morning wood show, and then you sit there and have a
Yeah.
pee on stream.
I like to ride the Greyhound for fun.
and pee in a
Jesus
bottle.
fucking Christ.
Oh, while he's on the Greyhound, he also likes to pee in bottles.
Yeah, I pee in a bottle. But usually I use small children as bottles.
Well, the mean driver says that you're not allowed to dookie or do meth in the toilet. So
I know streams where TJ was jerking off while watching. Oh,
Wow.
damn.
yeah, I didn't need to know that.
Yeah, I could have gone my whole life without knowing that.
Damn. I didn't know
But-
that. I like that. That's
God
good
damn it,
information.
Galen.
Even if you guys can't donate to Pimpmunk, please like the stream because that helps him out a lot. It's a way that you can help him out without even having to donate money.
This is
So-
my question, Galen. How did you know that?
Yeah, that's
He was there.
While he was jacking off?
I don't know.
Galen produced the show.
He produced the show. Anyways, that's it, guys. End of the show. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. There will not be a show tomorrow. Sorry about that.
God damn
But
it.
next week, we got a whole fucking plan going
Oh,
on.
gross.
Look at the.
I
What?
found his
It was
splatter.
DNA evidence.
That's fucking nasty.
Damn. That's fucked up. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you. Later.
And Pimps go.